Yes, sir. What's poppin'? It's your boy, the boy Henry Heck, back at it again with another video. And today I want to discuss the good in Concord. Despite the negatives and things they should add or work on for the game, there are some positives there. There's some things I like. There's some things that are causing me to look forward and still be hyped for the game. Can't wait for this joint to come out full release, and I can put a lot of time and effort into getting super good. First, I want to speak to the visuals of the game. I like them a lot. They're using Unreal 5, and I'm excited to see that they was able to do what they needed to do in order to get the game to look next gen and perform next gen. The visuals are up there, especially as far as a PvP shooter, because usually when it comes to visuals, you got Call of Duty. Of course, they're gonna look the best. They got the most money. Is what it is. Recently we got X Defiant, fun game, love it, but realistically, it don't look next gen. It is what it is. I think the engine they're using is just showing its age, to be honest. So I'm glad that Firewalk chose to, you pop that Unreal 5 out. Pop that Unreal 5 out and put it to work. And they did it. And performance wise, I ain't got a hitch, I ain't got a stutter, I ain't got a glitch. It performs well and looks great. Shout out to next gen shooters. Secondly, I would like to secondly, I would like to speak to the movement in the game. And it's one thing that I was worried about at first, because I don't want to play a PvP shooter where the movement is just, it don't flow. You gotta have movement that flows. You gotta, be able to differentiate the feeling of controlling a smaller assassin style character or a big tanky style character. You don't want each of these different genres of character to feel the same. They did a good job of representing the weight of certain characters in the movement. And I also like that every class has a dodge, which also is sprinkles on the cake when it comes to movement, because having that dodge can get you into situations, get you out of situations. It's just another layer of maneuverability inside your combat. You in the gun dance, you can use your dodge to disengage, confuse the enemy. If they're not quick enough, a quick dodge to the side. You don't want that. You know what I'm saying? You won that gunfight, and you can't really do that outside of Destiny with you playing the Hunter class. You can't really do that in any other games, really. You just drop shot. That's really all you got. Drop shot or jump shot. And in this game, there is a crouch. It's a little slow. I will say that the crouch is a little slow, so they can up that speed on that if they want to add a little more agility to the movement. I wouldn't be mad at increasing the speed a little bit of that crouch. You can't go into the prone though, which I don't mind. Some people take issue with not going into prone, especially like X Defiant. People had issue with that. I didn't see it as a problem because I'm not gonna be camped out nowhere laying on my stomach. But that movement piece is great, especially if you played a character like Roka or one of the smaller, I forget the specific name that they describe the class of the assassin type harass characters. But if you play Roka, she can air dodge, she can hover in the air, and you can dodge to the left, dodge to the right, on the ground, dodge to the left, dodge to the right, dodge forward, dodge backwards. And that's being able to dodge in all these directions and having a dodge period. It just does so much to combat. You know what I'm saying? It's just that added layer, which I like a lot. And all the characters being able to dodge is awesome. That's an awesome choice. Glad they made that choice. Next, I would like to move on to the gunplay aspect of it. Each character has they use a different gun. Like I said, Roka, pulling her name out the hat again. She has a rocket launcher. It's 8 shots. Star Child, I think it's 6 shots inside of his shotgun. And Empress, I want to say she has 30 shots inside of her machine gun. But these 3 different, I didn't really play as a character that used the assault rifle. So I can't really speak to the gunplay of the assault rifle. I kind of stuck to my 2 characters that I wanted to learn, and then towards the end I threw in, Empress with the machine gun up close combat, trying to get the handle of that. And it is crisp. It is crisp. I speak to her first. She has a little machine gun, and her dodge, when you dodge, it'll automatically reload like the marksman's dodge in Destiny. So I was already used to using that, So you get into a gun dance with an individual. I get into one. His clip getting low, my clip getting low. We facing each other head on. I dodge to the right. I get my automatic reload, and I'm to his side while he's still shooting forward. You out of there. Send him back to the house. He gone. He's done for. I go get my heal, and I can just do that. And then also implementing the different abilities in that. I'm cooking with petrol. You know what I'm saying? And Star Child, his shotgun, it got some oomph to it, and I like that. I like when you got a big gun or a heavier, especially a shotgun. When you shoot a shotgun, and especially like Call of Duty, you shoot a shotgun in Call of Duty, you shooting a shotgun. You know what I'm saying? It got that feedback to it. It got, like I said, it got oomph. Whereas I take a game like the First Descendant, I just didn't feel that oomph in the gunplay of that game. It felt really shallow, and that's not the case over this way. Roka, she got the rocket launchers. When you shooting the rocket launcher, you're shooting the rocket launcher. The damage, I don't really want to get into like the buffs and what should do more damage and what shouldn't do. Just the sequence of shots too, the feedback provided and you shoot, it's like douche, douche, douche. It's like a rhythm to it, and I like it a lot. It's very satisfying shooting in this game. Even with the smaller SMG, it's like, and you own it. It's like, it's just something about it, man. It's just something. I can't really explain it. If you know, you know. I dig it a lot, and I appreciate they took the time into making each gun feel different. And it's expected. You got people that worked on Call of Duty. You got people that worked on Destiny, and Destiny, the gun feel of that game is right up there with Call of Duty, in my opinion. I even put it a little bit above Call of Duty, in my opinion, because on Call of Duty they actually have the guns that they can get the information from in order to replicate that. In Destiny, it's sci-fi. The guns are sci-fi, so they kind of just gotta put it together themselves and kind of operate off the type of archetype, what gun they want to try to model it after, and how they think it would feel if it were actually a real weapon, And this game is sci-fi, so the weapons are sci-fi, and so you have to use that extra drop or two of creative juice to make the weapon feel like how it would feel if you were actually. And it's a video game, so it's only so much you can do to make it feel like you're shooting a gun. And then the implementation with the DualSense, you got the DualSense there, so it's gonna take it to the next level anyway. So, love the gun feel of the game, love the graphic of the game, love the movement of the game, and fourthly, map design. Now, it's your traditional kind of 3-lane with the centerpiece. You got your main centerpiece of the map where people will. That's generally where most of your combat gonna happen. People gonna congregate in that big middle section, and then your smaller harassment type characters, they'll branch off to the side, try to get a flank in. Their harassment type class, the class will try to meet and do battle with the flankers, and it's a wonderful thing to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? And especially say got like support type characters that can heal and provide buffs, and they got different areas in the map where they can kind of tuck off, and you got to try to find them and knock them out. It's a lot. It's really dynamic, super dynamic, and there's various platforms inside of the map, so you can stand on, shoot off of, hide behind, corridors. Like, it was this one part. I forget the name of the map, actually. It's kind of like a space station type map, or a kind of outpost. and I ran through a corridor, and then I hovered up into the corner, and then a Star Child player ran through. I ground smashed on him, fired off some rockets on him, got him up out of there pretty quickly, just off the strength of he didn't really know where I was. So I was able to ambush him and get my rocks off, as it were. You know what I mean? There was like 4 or 5 different maps available during the beta. All equal. Of course you have your favorites, but all are equally. I wouldn't hop into a map. I wouldn't get thrown into a map and be like, oh damn, this map again. You know what I'm saying? Or there wasn't a map that I got tired of playing on, even in the limited amount of maps that we were able to, experience inside of this beta. So hopefully they keep, when the game comes out, they keep releasing a few maps at a time and not just one. Sometimes they'll drop out one map and then stuff you kind of want a new map to play on, because once you done learned or you've kind of created your map IQ, you kind of know where people are going to come, you know where people are going to congregate, you kind of get a general idea of how the average player is going to maneuver about the map, so you can meet up where they are, position yourself in such a way to when they run through a door, you already behind them and you can just get that easy kill. And if they're not expecting it, after you kill that one, you can kind of maneuver to where they was coming from, and now you behind the enemy team, causing chaos and destruction, while your whole front team is facing them from the front, causing chaos and destruction. It's a chaos and destruction sandwich, if you will. So love the map design. It's gonna be possibilities on possibilities, especially if you're a player who takes the time to learn the maps. You take the time to build your map IQ, and the age old, if I were the enemy team, where would I be? If I were the enemy team, where would I come from? If I were the enemy team, where would my support character be placed? Where would my sniper type character be placed? Once you learn these maps and you're able to maneuver however you want to, then you're gonna be unstoppable. And the map design in this game is impeccable. It's great. I love it. Fifthly, I'd like to speak to the swiftness of going from match to match. I wasn't waiting in limbo to get rematched up to another match. It was, like I said, like I made the joke, it was as fast as the PS5 loads. If you got to use the restroom, if you got to go get a beverage, if you want to go get a snack, don't queue up. Don't queue up at all. Because if you queue up, think you about to go head to the bathroom real quick, that match going to be done started by the time you get back. You want to go get your Coke out the fridge, that match going to be done started. You can count to 1, 2, and you back in that action. Count to 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That ship is in orbit, about to head down to that planet. It's about to head down to that planet. So if you got anything to do, don't queue up. And I like that a lot. Hopefully, come full release, it stays as swift. Everybody I played with was on PlayStation, because you could see. Well, I assume they were on PlayStation. I don't know how the login situation worked over there on PC. I don't know how it looks as far as icon representation, since some games are going to require PlayStation account. I'm pretty sure they'll still differentiate it in a way to where it's a PlayStation console gamer and a PC console, not a PC console game, but a PC platform gamer, and it'll differentiate in the icons like all the other games who have cross-platform play do. But it was straight up PlayStation guys in my lobbies, and maybe I had crossplay off by default, maybe it was on, I don't know. I didn't really check. I just really wanted to play the game, so I didn't bother looking through those systems. And when it came to the low player count issue, I had asked the buddy to hop on PC to check it out. It's free. He was like, nah, the player count so low, I'm not gonna get no match. Which he wouldn't know, because he didn't download it. It was just the idea of all the YouTubers putting out videos of low player count, so it was kind of discouraging to people. And it's understandable how it could be discouraging to people that the player count gonna be low. But the main reason low player count is looked at negatively is because of waiting queues to get in matches. You don't want to be, you hop in to play a game, you want to play the game. You don't want to be sitting in queue 5-6 minutes. I don't even want to sit in no queue for 3 minutes, to be honest with you. The minute if I got to sit in the queue for 3 minutes, man, I'm more than likely finna close that game, go play something else. Cause I'm booting this game up to play. I'm not booting this game up to sit here and wait on the screen and adjust settings and look at what I gotta do on the battle pass. Look at my next. I don't care about that. I'm gonna get all this stuff organically anyway as I'm playing. I'm wanting to play the game. And fortunately, on PlayStation, amidst the low player count, we don't know how low it was on PlayStation, I was able to get in these matches swiftly. As long as I'm able to get into a match swift, I'm gonna play. You know what I mean? I make another comparison to For Honor. Still getting updates. People still playing. Folk call it dead game. But when you playing domination, I think that's the mode. The domination mode. You getting in the matches, and it will tell you the player activity depending on which mode you select. You know, they got a green, they got a yellow, and they got a red, like for low activity, or is the yellow for low activity? I don't remember. But green, that mode is always green. And that, of course, it's gonna be a little more waiting because it's a last gen game. They still got loading and all kind of stuff going on over there. They need to release For Honor 2 at this point, to be honest with you. But even that, I'm more forgiving of it since it's a last gen game. But if I'm waiting 3, 4, 5 minutes in the next gen game, I'm cutting it off. Absolutely cutting it off. I'm not trying to do no waiting. I'm trying to do some playing. I'm not here to wait. I'm here to kill. You understand what I'm saying? But really, that's all for right now. I don't want to drag it out too much longer. You know, and kept y'all long enough. Those are my positives for the game. Those are the points that, you know, to me represent the good that Concord has to offer currently. Well, not currently, but at the time it releases. If they don't do anything else to the game at that time, then this will be my opinions, my thoughts as far as the good of the game. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm gone.